Okay, good evening everyone, and tonight we're live again here at Real Talk. Okay, and tonight we're gonna be studying about grammar. Okay, so yeah, what do we have? So tonight we will be studying I used to. Okay, so how do we use this phrase? I used to. Okay, so now here, let's check this page. Okay, so as you can see, there are two examples. Okay, so in the first example, we can see here Dave a few years ago. Okay, so Dave worked in a factory a few years ago. And in the second example, I worked in a supermarket and I used to work in a factory. Okay, so can you see the difference? Okay, so here Dave used to work in a factory, but now he works in a supermarket. So it means we use the phrase used to when we talk about things that we did in the past, or like our habits, okay, things that we do for a long time in the past but we no longer do. Okay, so we have a viewer here and she's picking flowers. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so next example, Dave used to work in a factory. Yes. Okay, so he worked in a factory in the past, but he doesn't work there now. Okay, so he changed his job. So now he works in a supermarket. Okay. Next. Okay, now let's try to compare simple past and used to. Okay. So, when we say simple past, it's just things, or those are just things that happened in the past, and they don't have any connections or relations with the present. Okay, so for example, if I say I worked in a factory, it means it's already finished. I worked there, but it doesn't stay. It doesn't say that I did it for a long time. Okay, now let's try to compare used to plus or with simple present. Okay, so when I say I used to work in a factory, okay, it means that I did it for a long time in the past. But when I say I work in a factory, that's what I do now. Okay, so how about present continuous? Okay, so if I say I'm working in a factory, okay, so it means I'm doing it now. Okay, so it's different from used to work and also different from I work. Okay, next. Okay, so you can say I used to work, she used to have, they used to be, or and so on. Okay, so how do we make sentences using used to? So it's simple. Okay, just use the standard pattern, so subject plus used to plus base form verb, or what we call infinitives. Okay, so do we put s for singulars? No, we don't, right? So we just simply say I used to do, you used to do, she used to do, he used to do, it used to do. Okay, so we don't use does. Okay, so it's pretty easy, isn't it? Okay, so here let's check the examples. When I was a child, I used to like chocolate. Okay, so it means that this person doesn't like chocolates anymore. Okay, but she or he used to like it in the past. Okay, I used to read a lot of books, but I don't read much these days. Okay, that's pretty precise. Okay, that is accurate. Okay, it means that this person used to do or used to read a lot of books. Okay, but is not doing it anymore. Okay, Liz has short hair now. Okay, but it used to be very long. So as you can see in this picture, yeah, this is Liz's picture. In the past, she used to have long hair, but she changed her hairstyle, so now she has short hair. Okay. Okay, next. They used to live on the same block as us. Okay, so we used to see them often, but we don't see them very often these days. Okay, so you can see the difference. They used to live on the same block that this person also live in. Okay, so it means they used to see each other. Okay, so it means it happened a lot in the past, but doesn't happen anymore these days because these people already moved. Even though it isn't indicated in this sentence, the word used to, or the phrase used to, already indicates that these things don't happen anymore. Okay, so next one. Amy used to have a piano, but she sold it when she moved. Okay, so they are all just the same, right? So we use used to when we talk about things that happened in the past for a long time, like our habits. Okay, so things that we had for quite a long period of time. Okay, so by the way, for our viewers there, yeah, comment and tell us. Okay, you can always send us your comments. Tell us what things you used to do, and just I'll be willing to read your comments and suggestions. Okay, now let's go with our negative. Okay, so how do we make negative sentences using used to? Okay, now, so here, if we make affirmative or positive sentences, we use used to, spelled U-S-E-D, okay, plus base form verb or our infinitive. But when we make negative sentences, of course, we make didn't, okay? So now, the word used will be, or will become used. Why? Because did is already in past form. Okay? So here, let's look at this example. When I was a child, I didn't used to like tomatoes. Okay, so as you can see, if you're looking at this, the word, or the second part of the sentence, I didn't used to like tomatoes. So you can see the word use is already in base form verb. Okay, so because did is already in past form verb. Okay, so it goes same way with questions. Okay, when we make questions. Okay, so since did is already in past form, so we use the word used to. Okay, so where did you used to live or live before you came here? Okay, so yes, so did is already in past form, so we use the word use. Okay, it's just in base form. So take note. Okay, so every time we make sentences using the word used to, always remember, if you have the word did or didn't, always use the word use, not used. Okay, it's different. So affirmative sentences, used to. Okay, negative and questions, we use use. Okay, I hope I said it loud and clear. Okay, so for the next part, okay, for the last part for this page, we use the word used to only for the past. You cannot say I used to. Okay, so how do we make sentences, okay, referring to our present habits? Okay, because if we talk about like habits in the past, okay, we use the word or the phrase used to. Okay, how about for present? Okay, when I was a child, I didn't used to hate carrots, but now I hate it. Oh, yeah. Okay, why do you hate carrots? They're delicious and healthy. Okay, so okay, let's go back to our topic, our discussion, our lesson. So yeah, when we talk about old habits, we use the word used to or the phrase used to. Okay, how about when we talk about our present habits? Okay, how do we make sentences like this? Okay, so let's try to compare. I used to play tennis. These days I play golf. Okay, so this person's old habit is playing tennis, but these days this person already plays golf. Okay, so it's different. And second one, we usually get up early. Okay, we don't say we used to get up early. Okay, so when we talk about our present habits or things that we usually do now, so we use the word usually. Okay, so for our viewers there, What are the things that you usually do now and things that you used to do, okay, in the past? Okay. Okay, so here, before we proceed with our questions, let's try to make a short review. Okay. So again, when we talk about things that, or habits, or things that we did for quite a long time in the past, we use used to, okay, plus base form verb. Okay, that's for affirmative or positive sentences. Okay, but for negative and making some questions, we use did or didn't plus use. Okay, we don't use the, we remove the d out of the word. Okay, it's just in base form. Okay, or infinitive form. Okay. Okay, so I hope it's clear for everyone, and I hope you can use this to improve your English skills. Okay, now let's proceed to our questions. Okay. So for our viewers there, you're always welcome to join us and try to answer these questions with me. Okay, so here for 15.1, look at the pictures. Complete the sentences with used to. Okay, so as you can see, for the first number has already been done. Okay, so you can see there are pictures here. Okay, for number 1, now or in the present, the girl has long hair. Okay, but in the past she had longer hair. Okay. Okay, so she used to have long hair, but now she has short hair. Okay, and guys, remember, okay, we don't use with hair. Okay, we don't say she has a short hair. Okay, we always say she has long hair. Okay, that's it. Okay, so by the way, that's it for tonight, everyone, and I hope I was able to help you, or yeah, in improving your English skills. Okay, good evening.